We clawed, we chained our hearts.
Hi, I'm Tori and welcome to Budget Babes DIYs. Today we're going to be making candle holders. Everything that I'm using can be found pretty cheap or around your house. The things you're going to need for this DIY are a mason jar, pretty plain, you can find them probably around your house, otherwise craft stores sell them for pretty cheap. Paintbrushes, you can also find those really cheap if you don't have them around your house. Lace, I found this in an old shirt. You can also get it at craft stores by the yard. A package of jewels, about $1 at the dollar store or $1 or $2 at a craft store. You'll need some scissors, Mod Podge. You can find this at craft stores, but it's pretty expensive. You can make it with 50% school glue, white school glue, and 50% water. Here's what you have to do. Your first step is going to be to separate the lid from the actual jar. You want to measure how much of the lace you're going to need to cover your jar. So basically, just get a rough estimate and kind of make a mark where you're going to want to cut it. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfect because you can always cut off the extra pieces. Okay, so I have my piece that I'm going to be dealing with. The next step is to put Mod Podge on the outside of your jar. Layer is all you really need. Just make sure that the whole thing is pretty much covered. And we're also going to seal it at the end, so that will help as well. But just kind of a couple little strokes.
We jumped, never asking why. We kissed, I fell under your spell of love. No one could deny. Don't you ever.
Pretty even. You can lay your lace down on the jar. If you don't have it perfect the first time, that's okay. It's pretty easy to work with. Kind of line it up with the rim of the jar. And if you have a little extra, that's okay because you can always cut it off. Okay, so I'm going to cut off my extra pieces and wrap it all together. So wrap it all together. And at the place where both sides of your lace come together, you can take some more Mod Podge and just cover the little pieces that come together as a sealant so it seals together and stays on there for a while. Then we're going to flip the jar over. So obviously this is too long, so I'm going to trim it a little bit shorter. For the bottom, you can decide if you want to have it covered in lace or if you want it to just be plain glass. In this case, I'm doing it covered in lace. So the easiest thing I'd probably do would be to cut it in sections and fold it over and do layers of cloth in Mod Podge. So the first piece, I'm just gonna fold those down. Put Mod Podge on the bottom of the jar, pretty thick. Kind of on the sides as well for the part that came unstuck. Okay. Lay down the first piece. Make it kind of as even as you can, and then if you need to trim some, you can do that. And then you're going to put some on top of the first layer of lace.
I just walked away, I will always want you. I can live a lie, running for my life, I will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball, I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls, all you ever did was wreck me. Yeah, you wrecked me. I put you high up in the sky and now you're not coming.
Okay, so it's going to be a little bit wet around the bottom and also the sealed side that you did, so you're going to want to let that dry for at least 10 or 15 minutes. Next, for this specific candle holder, you're going to want to use some more Mod Podge and get your diamonds out. Just kind of make a little pile. You don't really know how many you're going to need until it's actually time. So you're going to take Mod Podge and kind of put it on thick around the edges. You're going to need a lot because you need those diamonds to stick. Also, you might find it easier for you to use super glue or just regular school glue that's not mixed with water. It might stick a little bit better. Once the glue starts hardening and your jewels are pretty much in place, you can add a layer of Mod Podge over them to kind of seal them. See, these are a little bit wet, so they're sliding around still. And then don't worry about the whiteness of the glue because it will dry clear. This is what your finished product is going to look like. Jewels all the way around, pretty dry there. Another idea that you could do, take some colored ribbon or some sparkly ribbon, anything you want, and put it around the bottom part down here, maybe like add a bow to it. You can do whatever you want to spice it up and make it match, like wherever it's going to be, make it match your personality. Do whatever you want to personalize it, and that's pretty much it. So here's an example of what it will look like lit. So sexual. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching our DIY. If you guys decide to make this candle holder, post a picture on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you guys are using, with the hashtag BudgetBabesDIY. We can see your guys' take on the project we just made. And if you have anything else you'd like to see us make, please comment and let us know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment. Budget Babes out.